Welcome, everyone. I'll be serving as chair tonight. I believe Ms. Ivanchek's recovering from a chest cold, and the superintendent is down in South Florida representing us at the Florida High School Athletic Association. So we have Mr. Spolsky as our superintendent in his role tonight, but we will do our best to make it through, even though you've got me running the show. So, we have approval agenda is 2.1. We have some changes to the agenda. The construction program owners representatives business 10.2. Oh, I should have brought us in. Thank you. Program number 6, task order number 41 remains on the agenda. Colleagues, may I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Bryant.
Second.
I got a second and a third. And any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that one's 4-0. And we're gonna jump into the fun stuff. So, 3.1 recognitions. Mr. Spolsky, the floor is yours.
Chairman Destin, thank you so much. School board, everyone here with us, those watching. Tonight, we are proud to recognize Coach Matt Brunson for being inducted into the Florida High School Athletic Association Hall of Fame, class of 2026. This is one of the highest honors in the Florida high school athletics, and Coach Brunson has dedicated more than 3 decades, 30 years, to developing student athletes and building championship programs throughout Northwest Florida. Over his distinguished career, he has compiled an amazing amount of stats. Bear with me. His record of 288-85 record while leading teams to 22 state playoffs appearances, 13 district championships, 12 regional championships, 3 state runner-up finishes, and 2 state championships. He's a proud Baker alumnus, and Coach Brunson returned to his alma mater and helped lead the Gators to the 2020 Florida High School Activities Association State Championship, the first football state title for Okaloosa County in 25 years. Throughout his career, he has been recognized with numerous coaching honors, but his greatest legacy is the positive impact that he has made with generations of student athletes. He's committed to his faith, he's a man of integrity, and his leadership and excellence has earned him not only the respect of his players, but his colleagues and communities across the whole state of Florida. His induction into this Hall of Fame is well-deserved recognition of a remarkable career and lasting contributions to high school athletics. Please join me in congratulating Coach Matt Brunson on this extraordinary achievement. Before Coach Brunson comes up, I'd like Mr. Martello, if you would come up.
Thank you so much. Thanks to our senior staff and to our board for recognizing this outstanding performance by this young man that I know. I say young man, he's my age. He and I think I've known him probably as more years than anybody in this room, seeing how we grew up in a small town together, and that tends to happen in small towns. And you know lots about people when you grow up in small towns. But I'll say this. You read off all of the accolades of the success that he's had on the field, but I think one of his crowning achievements, though, is his ability to find the potential in kids and pull out the potential that they never knew they had, which allows them to achieve the success that you just read about. So being a homegrown guy, that makes it special, but the things that he is able to do off the field, I think, make him very special, and that is absolutely why I recommended him for this attribute of being a Hall of Fame, inducted into the Hall of Fame. So, but I appreciate you guys recognizing this, and I hope all of Okaloosa County and the entire state of Florida recognizes what a special guy we have at Baker School.
Yes, sir, Mr. Martello, thank you so much. This time, Coach Brunson, would you like to come up? Let's put our hands together for him.
Now, where I'm most comfortable is on the side
this setting, but it is an honor.
Hit that
What I
button.
gotta do.
You got it. You got it.
Again,
We can hear you.
all right, this sitting where I'm most comfortable, but it's an unbelievable honor, and I have been very blessed along my whole career. And I've been around great people, great assistant coaches, and I've got one assistant coach that rises to the top of the list because he's actually the one that nominated me. But a special thanks to Coach Andy Valmus. He did a great job of nominating me, and that was unbelievable. And then the recommendation letters he was able to put together and put me before the state board. But I'll tell you this. I wanted to mention some people along the way, and in the school, in the field of education and administration, you don't always get mentioned, and some of these people have passed, but that have made my career what it is. And first, I played for a guy named John Enzer, who did an unbelievable job at Baker and forming young men and building the character and teaching us work ethic. So that was my first mention. And then secondly, when I graduated from Troy University, I came back to Baker, and John Melton was the principal. And John Melton hired me in my first teaching job, actually to teach 7th grade English, and Jeff Webb hired me as an assistant coach and made me the defensive coordinator after about 2 weeks. Two great men and Coach Webb, he believed in me more than I believed in myself. And he pushed me to achieve the things as an assistant. He helped me get my first head job over in Washington County. Jerry Tyre hired me, the superintendent over in Washington County. I got my feet wet there. And then Dr. Grenstaff in 2001 enabled me as the principal at Crestview to come back to Okaloosa County, where I've had the privilege of coaching and spending 29 years. And I had an unbelievable run with some great people, great assistant coaches at Crestview. And then Dr. Tibbetts was our superintendent of schools in 2010, and word had leaked out that I might be interested in going back home to Baker. So she called me down to this complex. We met here, and she said, Matt, would you be interested in making that move? And she said, well, I think this would be good for you and good for Baker. And so I will forever be indebted to Dr. Tibbetts. And I called her the other day once I got the word of the award, and she, very, very happy. But Dr. Tibbetts had a lot to do with me and my wife's, growth in education and us being where we are. So special thanks to her. And then, listen, Baker's a special place. Like Mr. Martella mentioned, we were able to work together as coaches. Now he's an administration principal. There's no better place than Baker, Florida. We got a great athletic director now, Coach Carlisle. And I had the vision of retiring in Florida and going to Alabama and double dipping. And as God would have it, after 18 months, the position came back available. And I said, it takes 10 years to get vested in Alabama, and this thing's going okay, but there's no way I'll make 10 years, so I'm going back to Baker. So as God would have it, I'm right back, I believe, where I belong. And I'm not done yet, but I am thankful for this honor. Two people I want to mention. My wife, Polly, who's here with me tonight. She's been beside the whole way, and I wouldn't be here without her. And two, a big part of that 2020 championship run, probably more important than myself, is my son, Joe. So thank you, board, and the people that have showed up to support us, but it's a special time for me and my family. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Bryant.
Coach Brunson, congratulations. I moved here in 2001, so that was your first year at Crestview High School. It was the second year at Crestview High School that I remember the most, because that's the year that Crestview made it all the way to the state final. And I vividly remember when we enrolled in school, your wife was my son's kindergarten teacher, and how much the Brunson family has meant to us. But I just want to go back to 2002. We're driving back from Georgia, and we're listening to 104.7, and you could hear it all the way out in Marianna at that time. And the young man, I cannot remember his name, but y'all were playing Milton in the playoffs, and he kicked the 55-yard field goal. Josh King, that's right. And I just remember being in my car listening to that game and going, he made it. He made it. I think everybody else was like, he made it, you know. But Coach Brunson, your legacy, not only at Baker, but at Crestview, Vernon, I know, and even Opp, will be longstanding. And to the Brunson family, thank you for the impact that you've had on my family. And good luck. And Joe, I know you're doing good back there. You ready to come and help your dad coach? But congratulations, Coach Brunson.
Well, before we move on, I'll just put a final little note on it. Coach Brunson, I don't know you very well, but I've only heard wonderful things, and I can tell you there's probably no greater evidence of what a great coach and person and good character that you have. You know, you took your opportunity up here at the podium to thank the entire time other people, the folks who had supported you. So it's an honor that I know is bestowed on the right person. Congratulations. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and move on over to 4.1. That's an appointment of an assistant principal, 10-month at Pineview School, recommended by the superintendent for approval, Mr. Spolsky.
Thank you, Chairman Destin. I appreciate that. Tonight, we bring before you Mrs. Payne Blevins. She's originally from Newton, Mississippi, and brings with her nearly 2 decades of dedication and excellence in the field of education. She earned her bachelor's degree in secondary education and English from Mississippi State, and later completed her master's degree in educational leadership at the University of West Florida. She began her teaching career as a 6th and 7th grade English teacher at Carver Middle School in Meridian, Mississippi, and in 2014 relocated her family to Crestview, Florida. She joined the Crestview High School team as an English teacher, and during her time there, she taught English across all grade levels, and for the past 3 years has taught ACE General Paper, a rigorous college-level course. In addition to her classroom responsibilities, Ms. Payne Blevins has demonstrated strong leadership within her school community. She has served as an English department head for the past 2 years, actively contributed as a member of the PBIS committee, and played a vital role on the school leadership team. Her commitment to excellence has not gone unnoticed. She was honored as Crestview High School's Teacher of the Year last year, and was also recognized as a finalist for the Okaloosa County School District's Teacher of the Year. I bring to you tonight Ms. Paige Blevins.
All right, colleagues, may I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Bryant. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Heinley. All right, do we have any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, 4-0.
Ms. Payne Blevins, would you like to say a few words?
Forgive me for reading. I just didn't want to leave anybody out. I am so grateful for this unique opportunity where I have a chance to be a part of this extraordinary team opening a brand new school. To my Pineview family, I'm excited about getting to know all of you and working with you. Forgive me, I'm a crybaby. I would like to thank Ms. Hayden for gently nudging me out of the nest and always reassuring me that I'm ready for this type of position. I would like to thank Dr. Kelly for inviting me to have one conversation that lasted almost 2 hours, where we discovered that our work ethic, educational mission, and goals aligned. I am truly thankful for you and Mr. Kimbrough for choosing me. And Mr. Kimbrough, I can't wait to be your wingman. I truly thank you all. I would like to thank the superintendent, Mr. Marcus Chambers, for the referral and the school board for your approval. To my husband, a thank you is not good enough. You love me fiercely, and I think you're a little insane for doing so because I know I'm a lot. You love me unconditionally, and you support me. I could not do this without you. To my sister, who came all the way from Mississippi to be here, you have been my biggest cheerleader since I came into this world. I love you. Last but not least, to the rest of my family who's here to support me, Mom and Dad, I thank you. To all of my friends, to all of my Bulldog family, I love you. I absolutely would not be here without you. There are no words for how much I'm going to miss you. But most of you, you saw this vision for me long before it became a dream. And I will love you always. I would like to thank my parents. Sorry to say that they're no longer with me, but I carry every lesson that they have ever taught me. I'm 51 years old, but in heart, I am still that little girl who strives to live a life that they can be proud of. And I thank you all for this opportunity. It means so much. Thank you.
Family and friends, if you want to join us up here, we'll get in between the podiums. We're going to get a good photo.
Might not be able to get her around.
I'll sneak in there. I'll sneak. Right, Kimbrough. Right.
All right, so if you can't see the lens, it can't see you. If that's your intent, great. Otherwise, find a window between heads. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. All right, got it.
Okay, so to all of our guests, if you guys would like to go have dinner and visit, we're going to take a 2-minute recess. That's your opportunity to cut loose if you'd like. So we are in recess. moment, as long as we don't do it early. Okay, let's bring us back into order. All right, friends, we have a public hearing at 5:15 on, I believe, some textbook adoptions. Mr. McGinnis.
Yes, sir. The board now is in session for a public hearing as advertised. This is item 15.1 on your agenda. It's a public hearing for textbook adoption instructional materials for world languages presented by Tasha Bates, TSA Curriculum and Instruction, and recommended by the superintendent for approval. It would be appropriate, Mr. Chairman, to accept public comment on this matter.
Thank you, sir. Any members of the public that would like to speak on this? Now's your opportunity. All right, seeing none, I'll close public comment.
It's before the board now for action.
Colleagues, may I have a motion?
So moved.
All right, motion by Mr. Heinley,
Second.
second by Mr. Bryant. Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that passes 4-0. At this time, I'm going to close the public hearing and bring us back into order on our regular meeting. So let's roll back. I believe we just finished 4-1. Okay, 5-1, public comment, agenda items. Ms. McGowan, do we have any blue cards? Okay. Committee and staff reports, we did that in the workshop. Consent agenda. May I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
Move it. Second.
Dr. White gave me the motion, second by Mr. Bryant. Any further discussion from the board? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none, 4-0. Consent agenda is adopted. We're going to move on to section 8. Give me just a moment. We had our superintendent's human resource recommendations. 8-1 was information only. We handled that this morning, as was 8-2. 8-3 is instructional and educational support personnel recommendations for the 2026-27 school year, presented by Lindsay Maxey, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, and recommended by the superintendent for approval. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Heinley, seconded by Mr. Bryant. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that one goes 4-0. All right, we're gonna do 8.4, employment separations, presented by Ms. Maxey and recommended by the superintendent for approval. May I have a motion?
Move it.
All right, Dr. White, motion.
Second.
Second by Mr. Bryant. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 4-0. 8.5 is personnel recommendations presented by Lindsay Maxey and recommended by the superintendent. May I have a motion?
Move it.
All right, we have a motion from Mr. Heinley,
Second.
second from Mr. Bryant. Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, 4-0. All right, 8.6, we're going to do employee transfers. That one's presented by Lindsay Maxey and recommended by the superintendent for approval. May I have a motion?
Move it.
Motion by Dr. White,
Second.
second by Mr. Heinley. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. All right, 8.7, reinstatement reimbursement of sick leave sick leave due to line of duty injury, presented by Lindsay Maxey and recommended by the superintendent for approval. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Heinley, second by Mr. Bryant. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. 8.8, leave without pay, presented by Lindsay Maxey and recommended by the superintendent for approval. May I have a motion?
So moved.
All right, Mr. Bryant with the motion,
Second.
second by Mr. Heinley. I think he edged it out just a smidge. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 4-0. All right, no discussion agenda items under section 9. Section 10, construction program owners, representatives, business. Mr. Heinley, the floor is yours.
Okay, you have your agenda from the meeting you had this morning. I'm just going to highlight ones that are mainly summertime projects. So if you look at task order 12, this district-wide sales tax, That's the cafetorium and redoing the cafeterias. We have Ruckle Middle School, old cafeteria renovation project. The gypsum board finished work is complete for the band director's office, instrument storage, and music library. Acoustical panels were installed in the band room. Demolition of the existing band room began last week. This should all be finished before school starts. The old band room will become the new chorus room, and the old cafeteria will become the new band room with some office space. In Plu, the old cafeteria, the LVT was installed in the classrooms, exterior sidewalks replaced. Once again, before school starts, we'll be getting 4 new rooms and 3 offices out of this renovation. And then Wright Elementary School, old cafeteria, the demolition work began last week, but that should be finished. That's probably going to go all the way through December 26th at Wright. The STEM Academy cafeteria renovation, demolition began last week, and Nice High School cafeteria renovation, demolition work began last week. Both those should be done prior to school starting. You go down to task, or flip over pages to task order 27, HVAC sale tax project at Bruner High School. The VAV installation, that's the control basically for each room, has begun and piping work is ongoing at the Central Point plant. Once again, before school starts. Task order 34, Meg's middle room restroom innovation, ramps 4 and 5 will be completed before the school starts. The demolition work was completed and the under slab rough-in work is going on right now. The big one, task order 35, that's the new Pine View K8, Destin Elementary School, and Baker. Well, Baker we know is finished. We did that one. Destin Elementary should be finished before school starts. Standing seam roof installation continues. Installation of new sidewalks around it. The asphalt paving has begun for the road and around. And installation of the site fencing continues. And the flooring will continue as well. All looking good for that. The big project, new Pine View K8 school. All right, a lot's going on. Landscape and irrigation is ongoing. Flooring installation and painting continues. You know, that wood floor in the gym, that's got to be put in 30 days. It's already in, but you can't touch it for 30 days. So there's a lot of timing going on. Walkway canopy installation continues. Furniture is being installed. So, you know, we're looking for a CO for Destin and Pine View the 1st of August. Teachers come back 31 July. School starts 11th of August. We have plans in place for slowly getting these the staff into those rooms. So exciting stuff there. Going down to task order number 39, phase 3 of the Crestview High School parking lot paving. So we did it in 3 phases. Last one, it began with the drainage and swell replacement and pavement removal. Will be done by before school starts. Task order number 44, Elliott Point roofing replacement phase 2. Let's see what my notes are on that. Stand by. I knew there was something with that one. Yeah, 44. Yeah, it's on plan before school starts if the weather gives us a break. That's a tough one. We have to rip it down till you can see through the roof, so they got to do it in sections. Can't do the building. So weather is really dependent on that one. Task order 45, district-wide restroom upgrades. These are sales tax stuff. The last one is the OTC building. Should be done before school starts. And that is my summary, mainly for the stuff that's happening this summer. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Heinley. Colleagues,
Good job.
we appreciate having you
You're welcome.
as the board's representative. Thank you, sir. Okay, 10.2. We have program number 6, task order number 41, time and materials, district-wide food service upgrades, presented by Dustin Keith, program director, facilities planning, and it's recommended by the superintendent for approval. I need a motion.
So moved.
All right, motion by Mr. Bryant.
Second.
Second by Dr. White. Any discussion?
I'd just like to point out that we had it pulled this morning, and it was just to make sure our numbers were correct. I had a question on that, so we confirmed it. That's why it's back on the schedule.
Terrific. Okay, no further discussion. I'll call the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, 4-0. We're going to move over to attorney's business, number 11. Mr. McGinnis.
No report this evening.
Very good. Superintendent's business is section 12. Mr. Spolsky.
No, we had a few updates this morning with Fizbit and also Pineview, and nothing further, sir.
Terrific. Okay, board members' announcements, requests for information. Mr. Heinley, we'll start with you.
No further report from me.
Okay. I don't have much tonight. Mr. Bryant?
I am good, sir.
Okay. Dr. White?
Nothing further.
Okay. So that's bringing us to 14.1, public comment, general public comments, yellow cards. Ms. McGowan, do we have any yellows? We do not. All right, we've covered our public hearing. I believe that stands unless there is anybody from table, staff, then we're adjourned.
All right.